already met?
Yeah. You already met?
Yeah, in another course.
And I'm Fabio Massimo Iacone. I'm a multimedia artist. So I used to work as a director and creating with animation, 2D, 3D, and all the editing software. So we will try to, I will show you my work later, and after we will try to talk about the project. But I let the Professor Bertoloni introduce you the course.
Okay. So as you know, as you see, this course, I don't see many of you, so I don't know, sorry. Let's do like this. Grazie. The title of the course, as you know, is Principles and Practices of Performing Arts. The very center of this course is specifically performing arts, okay? And we will see that it will be and with Professor Iacone. So here it's a brief recap of the whole thing, of the whole course. So my lesson is on Friday, as you see, from 5 till 7:30 p.m., this room, and not tomorrow, okay, from next week, since today this same day, 4:30, this same room. We have subjects. Mine is specifically dedicated, let's say, to the history of performing arts, and but in a let's say in an interpretation of that history. We will see that it's not history in the traditional sense, the traditional way of understanding. And his title is Video Editing and Multimedia. Here you find also our emails. Ma tu non hai la mail di Sapienza?
Sì.
Ah, perché qui c'è Gmail. Vabbè. Ok. And also Fabio dot.
This is my private mail if you want, but I prefer maybe to give you after the official mail, because this is a very...
It's easier maybe?
Yeah, private email.
Okay. Anyhow. We have a virtual classroom, but it's just for the online students that specifically have a problem with their visa, getting their visa. So as soon as they have their visa, they are not allowed anymore to use the Google Classroom. This is the course code, very important, very, very important. With this code course, you sign in Google Classroom, okay? Because some of you wrote me emails, please, Professor, could you sign me? Okay, I can do it, but you know, there are many, and maybe I forget, that's very human. So if you please could sign by yourself on Google Classroom, it's the best. And as you already know, many of you already know, I suppose, in Google Classroom, you'll find all the news, all the infos, uploaded materials, websites, links, things like that, everything, images, videos, anything, okay? So it's a way of communicating, let's say from the info's point of view, but it's also meant to contain course material. Okay, so it's really very important. Okay, so now a short introducing to my side of the course. Okay, I go back a little bit. If you see here, you have 30 hours with me, 30 hours with Professor Iacone, and mostly, let's say, 3 hours each lesson. So it's about 10 lessons with me and 10 lessons with Professor Iacone. Okay, so we will consider firstly what we understand as performing arts documentation. Why? Because performing arts are defined by their being an ephemeral art, partially an ephemeral art. And
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Sorry for disturbing you. Skin is very slow. It's small. Too small. Can you
I don't
full skin?
No, sorry, we didn't understand you. Sorry. Can you write it or can you repeat it slowly, slower?
And maybe near to the microphone.
Ma'am, please. Skin is too small. We can't watch it. Can you full skin presentation actually?
I think it's full screen.
Yes. It's very small.
I think it's...
Maybe you can...
puoi fare qualcosa, ma non credo. Più di così?
Sì, lo puoi ingrandire.
Ah, da qua, ho capito.
Vai su... No,
Menù.
strumenti forse. No, devi andare su visualizzazione in qualche modo.
È troppo complicato per me.
Tu puoi chiudere, dai.
No, forse qua. Forse qua da me. Visualizza. Navigazione per modalità schermo intero.
Prova.
Ok.
Voglio vedere se questo...
Ha fatto schermo intero?
Sì,
It's better now? Is it better?
We can't now watch it. We can't watch now.
Io non capisco cosa dice.
sì.
Vabbè.
We can't watch nothing now.
The screen totally. It's black now.
You can go in...
It's totally
in
black.
the page.
Yes.
Yes, it's totally black.
Yeah, it's back. Thank you. Guys, you can pin the professor presentation and it's going to be bigger for you.
Fallo tu, io non lo so fare.
No. Allora, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
So
can.
when you speak,
Yes.
please speak near the microphone. Otherwise, we don't hear very well your voice. And at this point, maybe you can follow these documents going on Google Drive, where Professor Bertoni put the...
I didn't upload it yet.
Okay, sorry. So,
You can follow later, I will upload the document later, okay? Don't worry. You will follow it later, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go back. As we said, we are going to see what kind of documents are related to performing arts. But why? The focus is that you have to realize, for your exam, it's the goal of this course to realize, to structure a video. Okay, and we decided together that you can choose between a video which is more, let's say, creative, okay, somehow, and one more dedicated to the performing arts documentation. Okay, so that's why we're gonna understand why we have many different performing arts documentation. Yes? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Anyhow, don't worry, you are gonna see this PowerPoint, this PDF. We will upload it on Google Class, okay? So you can check it, you can study it, you can read it 100 times if you want. We will see many different cases of performing arts documentation, okay? Many, a few, let's say. With different, that they introduce different point of view, and they are, let's say, case studies. And so we will consider how you can produce a video documentation of performing arts. Here are some reference texts. Unfortunately, in Italian, we have a very recent book dedicated to performing arts video documentation, which is impossible to find, at least in my knowledge, in English. So I can suggest you for the exam just a few articles. Here you find 3 articles that I will upload on Google Classroom. But it's very, very important that you take notes of our lessons because you will be requested at the exam also to to understand and to be able to express yourself about the course's materials that are not articles, that are not written articles. I will quote many different scholars or different case studies. And in this case, you have to take notes. There are no other way, okay, to follow the course deeply and deeply understanding. So these are just few articles, but to be clear from the beginning, I will quote other articles, other scholars, other literacy, and other case studies. For the exam evaluation, from my side, it will be an oral exam. Oral exam, okay? And in this exam, you have to study those articles, and as I said, everything I talked about during the course, okay? Everything will be clear. It will be uploaded on Google Classroom. We will repeat it. So don't worry. Of course, I will be able to be very clear. At least I hope. I do my best. But for the exam evaluation, it's very important that you understand that I need to check your ability for expression of the course issues, okay? So what's the meaning of that? Is that even though you are designers and you will be designers or architects, but still the capability of a language, okay, is very important, oral and written, and so this is a skill you have to train in this course, okay? Of course, I will make many historical examples. I will give you historical examples and also theoretical ones. So these are the skills you have to train with me in this course. And everything, hopefully, eventually, had to be merged with the capability of creating a video. What does it mean? It means that case studies, references from the past, which could be a very long past or just 2 weeks ago, can be something that can be a suggestion for you. And also theoretics, why not? Many artists have suggestions from theories. So the idea is that you pick up those suggestions and you are able to transfer all this in the video. Okay? So it's a video that's not just based on your emotions or something just, let's say, with no skills. In this video, you have to show also the capability of a concept, okay? And the concept is based on case studies, theories, and historical examples. Okay, here you have also the dates for the exam. I think that many of you know that in order to take the exam in Sapienza, you have to sign in InfoStud. You already know that. InfoStud is like the Bible, I don't want to, I can't say the Bible because it's related to a specific culture. So let's say a sacred book, okay? In InfoStud, you sign for the date you want to choose. And in that case, you have the oral exam with me. And what about the video? They have to present the video in that same date?
Yeah, when we do the exam, when there will be the exam, we will see first the video and after there is the oral, but also we can swap, maybe.
But I mean in the same
moment, in the same day, because we split also the quotation, we have to speak to make a decision. So in the same day, and of course, for me, you will be groups. For you, it's better. You can only work all alone, of course, but it will be more difficult. And maybe made, the same project in 3, 4, maximum 5 persons. Of course, the same quotation for me will be given to all the group. But
the oral, no, it's individual. Yeah. Okay. And again, just here will be an average, of course. Okay, an average between the 2 grades, right? Yeah. So these are the dates until next November, but I think many of you won't be here in Rome anymore. Anyhow, the first date, which is, I think, very important, is, especially for Erasmus students, it's January the 24th. We hope, we don't need to change the dates, but maybe it could happen. So you have always to check in InfoStud, okay? But more or less, these are the dates. Okay. Again, for my side of the course, it's an oral exam, literacy of the course, as I said, lecture notes, and especially your lecture notes, but I will add also lecture notes, all the topics of the course and videos we will see together, analyze together. The final grade is an average, and here I leave the floor to Professor Iacuone to add his part of the course.
Okay.
He already uploaded something on Google Classroom, but I checked today and nobody had signed. So I think no one of them saw the PDF you sent me. You see, because there was nobody.
Somewhere inside there, but I have also the PDF here, and we can try to discuss the PDF, and after, just tell me where I can put this file, and you will have it. Anyway, yeah.
I wasn't able to find the course on e-learning classroom. Is it like
What did you didn't find?
the course on the e-learning classroom?
Let's try to go on the side.
I think it's possible. I don't know. I mean, the code course, you mean?
No, the course that we had to, for some courses we had to enroll ourselves in the course. And I was looking for this one on e-learning, and I couldn't.
Are you?
That was before the name of the professors were added to.
Yeah. So check. You will find it now. Okay. Yes. Anyhow, these are administration problems. We can't solve them. You have to ask them. This is the course code. This is, the key for everything. Please.
Ok. And tu hai la password Wi-Fi?
Sì.
Ok. Sì, se me la puoi mettere qui. Just a moment, because we can go online. Because they change the password for me each time, so I'm always lost. I tell you this before, because
Sì, ma
I'm
qui
not
non ci
really...
va. No, qui non siamo qua.
E dove siamo? Perché questo è il Wi-Fi.
Vuoi che vada vuoi che vada
È questo il Wi-Fi?
No, questo è duro. No.
Guarda,
No.
facciamo così. Vedi? La Sapienza Wireless. Praticamente username e password per accedere.
No, da un'altra parte, ti giuro.
Ok, faccio così e io vado su questo. Sorry to make the access, or maybe I ask for your password.
Qui è duro, no, aspetta. Ma scusa, ma non puoi usare questo?
Devo andare online sul mio server. I have to go to my cloud, so I have the video there. Also the video made for your colleagues, other students, and I would like to show you something, But anyway,
Ce la stiamo facendo, dai. Ho premuto una cosa che ha funzionato. Non mi chiedere cosa perché non lo so.
Just a sec. Tanto poi la ritrovo io. Scendi giù e vai, accetti e vediamo se è corretta. Ma ok, allora possiamo andare.
Couldn't be loaded, the web page couldn't be loaded. Non lo so.
Fai vedere,
Click here to go directly, vediamo qua. Non so,
Sì.
You want to load this page to open Opera?
Hello? Ok, can be reached. Perfect. Ma io adesso
Aspetta, guarda.
Sì, io non voglio andare lì, voglio andare nel mio cloud.
Tuo, quindi non si può passare attraverso qua.
Devo fare una cosa, scusami Paola, guarda, tanto esco subito, scarico questo file, questo, e lo apro con Chrome. Just a second and I'll be ready. Our Google Chrome. Ok. No, stiamo già condividendo. Sì, io adesso vorrei semplicemente scaricare questo file, se ci riesco. Vedi, voglio andare qui. Si è messo quest'opera come, diciamo, browser principale. Vabbè, diciamo di sì. Ok, guys, we can try to go on with anything. Allora, voglio vedere se posso fare accesso sul mio così è più diretto. Ok.
È tutto già in condivisione adesso. Potrebbe essere in condivisione.
Siamo online, we are online. Tentativo di accesso, una mail, una cosa, una complessità, organizzarci che veramente. Ok, qui andiamo questo. No, c'è già. Sì, è corretto, perché sto andando. Ok, quindi qui, vado qui, entro, perfetto, e un secondo solo perché non mi ricordo FMI Selected Works, devo cercare dentro un driver enorme, FMI Selected. Guarda, FMI Selected. Sì. Eccoci qua. Allora, questo lo devo download e lo metto qui e ci siamo. No, lo metto in desktop. Ok, perfetto.
PC esterno?
Sì, PC esterno. Ok, guys, I introduce you the course. So, okay, this is the course. I'm a director, I told you, a video artist. So I used to work with video since many years, maybe since it was not digital, but analog. So more maybe than 40 years ago. So I start with the technology, with all the possibility, and anything. So I'm quite expert, I can say that, with my experience on the shoulder. Then I'm not a teacher structured, I'm just a teacher that can teach with my experience, and my knowledge. I know in a very good way all the software for Linux, for Macintosh, for Windows, for the iPad, for the apps, and also for Android, anything. So we can really work with all the media that you appreciate for making your work. So now the quality, it's really good. Also, a little phone can have a good quality in the shooting, and you can. For me, it's good, full HD. That is 1920 and 1080, 1080. Okay, this is the format, because it's a very speed format when you start to work in a technical way, and all of you can work with this quality, because it's a professional quality, because maybe not all of us have a good, laptop or a good machine. So we don't work in 4K or in 8K. That is the definition of the image. It's clear this for you in terms of definition when I speak about the format, okay? So I just, we just see here the line of the course, but we will speak that maybe it's better. So the first week will be there an introduction to the course. It's maybe this lesson here. After, we will talk about the editing software, but of course we don't have many hours. So I really don't want to waste time teaching about the technical skills on the software, because of course you need more than 10 lessons. But we will introduce you, I will introduce you the basic of the software that we will decide together our product. And the software can be also different. Maybe you will use Adobe Premiere and you will use DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut. We will decide also the software, but it's not important for me. For me, it's important the result, the final result. After, we can try to develop an idea, do a kind of brainstorming about the techniques, the concept, the development, etc. And we will try to make a kind of formation of the group, you know, all the groups. So you decide with which person, which colleague you will work with. And after, we will do a kind of scripting and storyboarding. I think that maybe we can do a lesson on this, but after, it's better if you all together, you take step more all by yourself without my, you know, because we really don't have time. And in the to start with the shooting and then with the editing. One thing that it's I prefer to be in this situation a very practical person. You know, my course will be very practical. Of course, it's, you know, it's very creative because now how do you call, come si dice il pennello di un artista? The pennello. Yeah, you know, an artist use a kind of, not the pen, the brush. I don't remember the word exactly. So for us, the new brush, it's of course a software. It's a processor for the speedness, but basically the software is the software that we'll go to use for our project. We can work with all the ideas, you know. With Professor Bertoloni, we were thinking about, you know, the inspiration can come from performance art in general. Maybe it can be something made in a theater, in an open space, or maybe in a museum. Yeah.
Afterwards, I will give you some tips, some suggestions.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is a kind of, you know, you can really be free. And the final result, you can also decide the level. I would like that you speak about yourself like if you are an artist, that you are speaking about your work. In few words, you describe a kind of project, or you show a kind of simulation, or go is filming something, and then you speak about the hypothesis to work on that direction in general. I mean, one thing that it's very, 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 very important, it's that all the material, video, photographical, and also the audio must be original. I don't like to see things taken from, I can reconstruct I don't have really this culture, but I know very well my field. So I prefer that anything must be original, also in terms of music, or can be different, maybe just noise or something like this. And there are many sites where you can sounds that are free of rights. So you can use all the sound with freedom and also you can create music. Now it's very, very easy with the AI or with the iPad. You have an iPad? Yeah. There are many software that can help you to create a song in a really, really fast way. Also random sounds with music. Then we can also be very specific. I can help you if you ask me, also just one person, open lesson if you are not interested to that. But maybe you can ask me also for specific things. I mean, to do the sound of the video, we can also work in software that can utilize this kind of things there. But I prefer that in a group, all the people inside can take in account a specific direction. I mean, there is one person that take care about the figurinos, come si dice, I costumi, or maybe the photography, the lights, or maybe the sound, or directing a person, or maybe doing, working as a performer. So, and the video must be long, around 3 minutes. Maybe if you need, you can arrive to 5 minutes, not more. So anything must be really condensed, and all the rest, of course, it's about feedback and revision of the work that you do, the work that you shoot, and also Luigi. Okay, and so ciao. So you can do this in a very easy way, and okay, this is just a line, of the course, but we can find always a kind of level between us. If you have problem, if you need more, information. I will say just one thing, that I'm working in different projects actually. So a part of the lessons will be made online. I'm sorry for that. Maybe 2 or 3 lessons must be done online. But this can be a good moment where you can try to go on with the project. I mean, developing an idea, or just shooting or presenting something. Freedom to do a good research. And so now I show you a part of my work, just to give you an idea of the things that I do because I think it's right that you understand, just to see what I do. I'll be very fast. This is a kind of going images, and I go faster like this. Wait, I do one other thing, otherwise it doesn't. Let me see. Open. Sì, funziona, ma le fa piccole. Io le volevo a tutto schermo, ma ho paura che ci mette molto tempo. Allora andiamo così. Sì, lo posso, però se lo faccio per ognuna. So, this is my kind of work. I used to work in a projection, huge projection integrated with shows. And normally I use also a 3-dimensional images. So it's 360 degree in the space, 180 degree. And I used to make a projection and mapping in layers in the deepness of the scene. So the impression, it's really, how to say, immersive in a real way, not in the fake way, because many persons say there is an immersive installation and they just put a projection everywhere. It's not like this, because the immersive, in my point of view, it's when you see something in the space, in the deepness, in more level, so you really have the impression to go through a forest. I don't know how to explain that, but I think that you understand. So this is one example. I will run very fast in this, and I will, yeah. It's the same, more or less. This is the setting up of the scene. You know, I would like to show you something more. This, I work also in a huge exhibition, Van Gogh, the most great exhibition in Italy. We made also a work on him, following his life all over Europe. So we have been in Belgium, in France, make kind of documentary that was integrated in this huge exhibition. Il Nome della Rosa, written by Umberto Eco, you know, the film, and the show was a huge show with a lot of prizes. This is opera, lyrical opera, and I'll show you something more interesting. I ran because they are a lot of images, but I would like to focus on someone more. This is a real video mapping made in Cinecittà in Rome. So here that was the people sitting and eating something, and this is a building, a real building. It's not made with Photoshop, and this is the projection inside each part of this kind of scenography. It was a huge building, and she's the singer that is here. We shot the singer, and the singer sing from all the window, just to tell you a kind of method that I go fast again. So there. Also that show, can you see, this kind of line is a projection. There is a video mapped on the line of 1 centimeter, is that white stripes there, you see? When you do the mapping, you have to be precise everywhere, and anything play out of sync. So you have a very strange sensation when you see the result. It seems to be the same image projected, but each part of the video is a kind of section, and it's elaborated in a special way. So maybe the speedness, you go backside, just a little line there, and something it's more accelerated, something it's more big in projection. So you have a very strange kind of perception. I made a huge work on this direction. Then I would like to show you more again. Okay, this. Franco Battiato and Alice, you don't know, was a great Italian singer that now it's no more with us. Yeah, these are the machines that we use to This is the macro, is a huge video installation with a happening with many people during a kind of concert, but this is all projected, you know, and it's also many years ago, maybe 15 years ago. This is La Scala in Milan. And also you can see the mapping down on the stage there. This is projection in trees. This was made maybe 25 years ago. So yeah, it's a very, you know, historical things, but it's a kind of demo that I have here. Okay, I was also younger, you know. The same installation that I told you before in Cinecittà. She's the singer, real there, and projected on that space there. And this was huge because she was singing, and also in the video there. So she started to go on the back, and she do this to the wall, and the wall started trembling and fall down. It was really impressive. It seems real, but you know, it was an effect. I don't like to work with effect, but sometimes, you know, it is requested. So the same there, as you can see, this is about, 13 years ago, more or less. This is Candide in the opera. This is made with Fuxas, that is an architect, the same that had done the Cloud, the huge building in Leur in Roma, the portrait. You know the Nuvola? It's made by him. He's an architect. Anyway, so going faster, this was in Lisbon with the CNB, that is Compañía Nacional de Bailado. It's a dance company. It's a very important dance company. As you can see, this is the DVT, was the solution that I tried to see before. You know, different layer with many different projection. I go on again. Okay, this is about Tarkovsky, that is a huge Russian director, one of my favorite. Yeah, this is a lyrical opera, and this scene also was really impressive because it gave a kick to this, was salt, and all the salt make a kind of explosion in all the theater. So the people in the, not only in the stage, but also in the room, I don't know, come si dice, the room, went down because the salt went on the back with a special lens, you know. This is Caracalla in Rome. It was a huge projection on all the monuments there. This also was a kind of installation. And, you know, I used to work also in special material. This material that you can see there, it's a kind of glass that you can find under a shower. You know, the things that you move, not very expensive, that you move under a shower to close your box, that have this kind of, if you make a projection there, this material is polarized. So that depends from the direction. You see the image, but it doesn't see the image. So I turn this material there, this kind of, you know, square, and she sees the video and you lose anything. It's very polarized and it's beautiful, because if you have a black and you leave a performer on the stage with this kind of things, you know, just for a projection, so the people see different things in time, in the space, you know. It's very strange. I mean that I would like that you do some experiment also, making a kind of visual reserve with material, with the shooting, with the light, with anything you want. We are really very with so free to be creative. So I go on. We are quiet at the end because I'm running very fast. Yeah, this is the show of Van Gogh that was a huge screen. And this is one of the most important Italian art critical about Impressionism. Caracalla again. Okay, this as because I made also in fashion some work with Giorgio Armani. I've done 3 works with him, and also the others, in fashion in general. This is Il Nome della Rosa, the show, the book of from the book of Umberto Eco. And this is really strange because if you take off, there is nothing there. This is only video projection with the actor that make a movement. It's really impressive. I'll show you again. This, as you can see, this is the same, Il Nome della Rosa, the same concept there. And we are quiet. This is in Russian, and also there were different levels for the projection. And is the Mariinsky. Mariinsky Theater is one of the most huge theater in the world. It's the theater of the Tsar, it's the theater of Putin, but it's really huge. It's like a city. And the stage was amazing, really something really. And as you can see, the projection is on the floor, on the back, and in all the layer on this stage there. Anyway, I go on faster, and you can have something. I just show you one thing very fast that is a video. So you can see the same thing in movement, and then we can talk if you have questions for me. Professor Bertoloni. Allora, this is some of the video. This was a video installation that I make in the Olympic Games some year ago. She was in the school. See, but there is a problem because, this is not the video version, just few video. It's so we don't see this work there. But anyway, it's my work. I have another demo that it's all video. So this is just synthesis bad made. I don't, yeah. And as you can see, yeah. There is nothing there. This perspective, this image, it's made only by the projection. They are just playing on this is Raina Kabayev's great singer in the world, opera singer. And the camera that you see there, the projected from the telephone. Many years ago, inside the telephone there was a little camera, and also in there, and I can change the point of view from the mouth, the body, the scene, and this suspended there, that walk you see there, it's one of the first LCD TV that came out in Italy. Was like that, and the cost was maybe 30 milioni all'epoca costava. It was very, very expensive. milioni di lire, quindi 15,000 euros, more or less, just for this little TV, you know. And the projector was very, this is my show. It was 3D, as you can see. I'll show you something, and after we can start to speak in okay, as you can see, I start always from a little screen, and after I expand the projection all over the theater. So there are different projectors, you can see. This is with Giorgio Armani. Was my performance in the Biennale in Venice and in Palazzo delle Esposizioni in Roma, and in Portugal, in Alfândega, that is a huge museum. It's about 98. And all the performers have a kind of camera and a cable, and they do transmission in sound and vision, and they touch themselves, they were all naked. And all the images were elaborated and were projected all over the space with this huge projection. This is an opera in Circo Massimo. Another installation. Okay, this was in Venice, in a museum M9, and was a huge installation in all the space of that museum. Okay, we can stop here. Any question? Thank you, but you know, it's a work. I love my work as you love your, you know, the things that you like. Anyway, some question about the, you know, the for Professor Bertoloni and also in my direction.
We can maybe start to think about the topics. Yeah, because as you understood, this video is dedicated to performing arts in all the kind of performing arts. That means opera, music, all kind of music, even fashion, if you wish. If you wish, yes, of course. Theater in Italian, we have an awful way of understanding, defining teatro di prosa, which is an awful way of definition. It's, I think, in wordly, I think it's in English. Word theater, I think. Any kind, you know, dance, street artists, but also museums, installations. So you can make a documentation of that, okay? Or you can create your own installation through a video. That's right. Yes.
Simulation.
Yeah, simulation. Yeah. So it's not just documenting; it's also the possibility of being creative. That you have two, you know, like two paths. Okay, documenting an artwork or creating, let's say, an artwork. I think both are very interesting.
Use for mapping too, or is it gonna like tell a story or have a concept?
You know, I trust also your language. So you are really free to use your way to communicate. Of course, for me, it must be clear the concept when I see the video, but you can use all the language that you want. I'm not attached to something very conventional. More you do a kind of research, more you do a kind of research and more I'm happy because, we are here also for experiment, not only to be, straight in a conventional way. So really you can do anything you want in a very, very easy way. And one thing that it's very, very important for me to understand is you know about video editing, you use some software, do you know After Effects, do you know Premiere, do you know Final Cut, do you know DaVinci Resolve, do you use something on your iPad? Which kind of level do you have in this kind of world?
Yeah, can I add also something more historical, the level of the understanding of performing arts, generally speaking, even though maybe we already talked about, but
Yes.
because you have to combine the two, For instance, you saw many cases in what Professor Iacona showed you, but did you understand the difference in creating something for La Scala in Milan or Armani or, I don't know, another museum space? There are different spaces, so you have to be able, this is my side. You have to learn also something from the historical and theoretical point of view,
Sorry, can I say something?
Okay?
Sorry, Professor. My friend can't come to the online class. Please accept her. Sorry for
Yeah, but next
interruption.
time you have to be, we started, we can allow maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes, then it's otherwise too difficult, okay? So please tell them, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, can you tell me just do you have an video editing experience? Yeah? Which software? Final Cut. Okay. You? Premiere, perfect. And also, partiamo dall'inverso. Who doesn't have this a good experience in video editing? Can I know?
Don't be shy,
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Ok,
Perché
good.
poi sono soprattutto architetti, lui è architetto,
Yeah.
quindi magari non hanno...
Chiaro. You never use a software. Perfect. Yeah, but you have a good friend, So, so if you need, you can ask me for a lesson just to make a kind of introduction. Of course, I can make a kind of introduction in a very, very fast way, but I'll suggest you to follow the tutorial online made by the Adobe, because they are very precise and very good, and we don't take time to our lesson that I prefer with you to go in another, direction and not to be in a technical way, because to learn a software can be done by ourselves. You follow just the technical skills of a tutorial, and you will learn. Maybe I prefer to drive you, in a different situation, maybe more interesting, more where I can give you my experience and not talking about a software, because we can take really lots of lessons. But I will introduce you the software, and also, you try to see some of the software that I suggested you. So Premiere Pro, the suite by Adobe, that it's Premiere, there is After Effects, and there are many other software, but for me, these are the two that they are very good. Also, you can give an eye, of course, to Photoshop, can be helpful, Photoshop for you. And also you can use, instead of Photoshop, you can use Krita with a K, like Kyoto, Krita. It's a software that is similar to Photoshop, but it's a very, very great software. And Krita, it's that one. I think it's one of the best. I'll take you to the site, Krita. So now I'll suggest you some software that you can just try to learn better at the moment. So this is Krita. It's a free software and it's amazing, really. And you can work also with AI inside Krita with a free plugin. So it's like the latest Photoshop that integrated AI inside the production. Krita has done the same, but it's completely free with high quality. It's used from many artists all over the world. And also, if you want to go deeper in an editing software, you can download DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is that software. Okay. It's from Blackmagic, and Blackmagic is a very powerful house for also shoot the camera that shoot video for cinema or television and anything. And the good things here, it's that DaVinci Resolve has also a free version that can be helpful to you. So you can download the free version. You know, you don't have many tracks, but anyway, you will not use all the tracks during our work, you know. And also DaVinci Resolve is professional software. So if you start to learn DaVinci, from here to your productive life in video editing, you are in a good horse. I don't know how to tell you. You don't lose time because it's really actually the best software. It's used all over the world. So you can download DaVinci Resolve that is similar to Premiere. It's not like Final Cut because it's completely different, but it's similar to Premiere. But there are many, many, many tutorials on YouTube, and you can just follow the tutorial on your own language, you know. I'm sure that it's also for your original language. So DaVinci Resolve. And after for music, I don't want to suggest you some site here because it's expensive if you buy a software on the machine like that one. But if you have an iPad, it's better. Or you can find the sound, you know, in AI. There are many sites to be productive. And also there is this one that for me, it's one of the best and is, just a second, I'm not in my normal, yeah. No, puoi anche tenerlo. Okay, I don't find it's sound, just a second. Krita, okay. Vabbè. Anyway, it's a freesound.org. I write you and I take to the site. Freesound.org. Okay.
Maybe we can upload all this.
Yeah. Certo, però magari glielo anticipo facendolo vedere così loro sono in grado la prossima volta di... So you can take note of also this site there because you can find all the sound of the world. You search for people screaming, walking, sorry, or anything you want, and you will find the right sound there, and it's free of rights. So you can make a kind of composition on your video using original sound and a good carpet. If you don't have, a microphone or something to do all the sound by yourself, this can be very, very, very helpful. So give an eye to all these suggestions. And after, if you want some other things more specific, just ask me. Of course, you can also use AI in your production. I love AI when you use this opportunity in a good way, not in a very simple way. And I like when, there are good image, but also when you try to do a good animation. There are many, many, many sites. Maybe next time I will suggest you the best one so you don't lose time, because now maybe if we have to go there, we lose a lot of time. But okay, this is for the suggestion. You can also work in animation. Someone knows about animation, 2D or 3D? Which software do you use? Blender? Okay, so you do 2D animation. Yeah, and because After Effects inside have also a section with Cinema 4D, that it's like Blender, it's for motion graphic, it's a very good software. Duik. Yeah, Duik is a plugin for the motion of a person, okay. But if you have to do something more specific, a forest, with the changement of the lights, maybe the rain, with or maybe the sky, the clouds, an ecosystem you cannot use After, or you can try to obtain some result in After Effects, but it's not the right software there. So someone of you knows about Blender? Perfect. Okay, bravo. So next time, I would like that maybe you can suggest to your colleague something about Blender, because it's an amazing software and it's really an army knife. If you know Blender, you have this world in your hand, really, you can do anything. 2D animation, 3D animation, you can build, characters in 3D that can do anything. You can build trees. You can do anything. My latest show, the show that I go to do in Korea in 2 days, it's made completely by Blender. And you have all the changement of the world, the growing trees, after there is clouds that change with the fog. And there are many, many, many elements that are inside. It becomes very, very complex. Anything that's made with Blender, that it's one of the most powerful software you can find. So ask to your colleague, but after we can have some lesson of Blender. And also Blender has many, many plugins. Sorry. Because it's a very difficult software, but with the plugin can become very, very easy to use. Okay? So give an eye also to Blender, to the... grazie. I'm sorry, but normally my voice goes out in... Grazie, Paola. I'll show you the latest software and we go on. And it's OpenToonz. This is for 2D animation, and it's an amazing software, really, and it's free. Like Blender, it's open source. Also, OpenToonz is open source. and it's a professional, was used by the Studio Ghibli, and it's really amazing. If you start to use this software, you can do anything you want in 2D. Of course, that it's a very poetical animation. I will show you many examples about the possibility to make a kind of integration with animation in your project, because I love that. You can also, if you have the iPad, like Luigi, it's not here, you can use, you can use also Procreate in the iPad or Procreate Dreams. Do you know this software? Procreate Dreams is a software that do animation in a very, very good way. So give an eye, because it's not expensive and it's very fast, because you have your iPad, your pen, and you can go on in a very fast way. So you can mix anything for our project, you know. You can work in all the direction, you can make an elaborate one idea and take it where you want. We are really free in that direction. So
Yeah, I add something for the online students. That, for sure, they're going to ask me, but I'm not in Rome. What am I going to do? Okay, so I know, I already know the question, and I give you the answer. You can, let's say, train yourself where you are with the documents, monuments, places, your city, your country, and then as soon as you arrive, you will be able to talk to us, to Professor Iacone. So don't you worry, you use the place where you are, okay? The things that you find in your city.
I'm trying to find some project from your colleague last year, but I don't find the right one, only some example. And maybe this one, I love her. Okay, this is a good example of a work made last year from your colleague. Yeah? Gli allievi dell'anno scorso. Lei era sola, Fajal, era iraniana, credo, è iraniana. Sì, qualcosa. Si rimette insieme al suo movimento. Sì. Sì, è tutto musica. questo è un esempio di realizzazione. Però tu puoi usare questa tecnica su quello che vuoi.
Perciò quest'anno
Certo.
no,
So this is an example. She's a great colleague of you. I think that she came from Iraq, Iran, I don't remember, but she's great, really. And also the other that classroom, they were very interesting. But I don't have all the video actually with me. I just show that one, and I don't know if I have.
And she was working alone.
Yeah, she made that work all alone without being in a group, just to tell you the story. And I don't know if I have, for sure, just to do an example, these are tutorial for OpenTunes. So if you like OpenTunes, here you can find anything.
In this tutorial, you will learn how to animate a silly monster jumping up into the air step by step. So
just to show you that it's very easy to do a tutorial.
One of the biggest challenges in animation is how to create the correct feeling of weight. How do you make it so a heavy object or character really feels heavy and strong and forceful? And how do you make something light feel very delicate and elegant? In this video, we're going to talk about the most important aspects of physics.
This is a really a good animator, this guy there. So really you can find the tutorial just to learn, if you don't know very well.
And spacing is the most important principle of animation. In fact, I'd say that out of all the 12 principles of animation, this is the only one that is truly fundamental to the art of telling stories with motion.
So this is an example, and that's why I don't want to spend my time teaching you really the technical skills of a software, because you can find, like, this is OpenTunes, but yeah.
Google Classroom.
Yeah, but really, maybe if you do this, look, it's very easy, because maybe I really chose that tutorial there, but they were not really for me the definitive one, I just take that things because I like it at the moment. But if you see this, sorry for a second. No, voglio andare su YouTube e fare un esempio a lei. OpenTunes tutorial, okay? You write this, and you have many of them. It's full. And you can choose the one that you like more. And you can find, this is a studio, it's a good studio, I know them. So maybe you can follow the one that it's near to your needs in that moment. I also can upload my tutorial, but they are, not so important to do this for you to follow my tutorial. Just go searching for your needs. It's better. And the same you can do in, DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve. But sorry, for DaVinci, I suggest you to go in the site of the Blackmagic, where you download the software, because they have a teacher session there, and it is perfect. Also because DaVinci have inside the software also a part dedicated to the motion graphics. It's like Final Cut, not Final Cut. Final Cut and Motion is the two software of the Apple, similar to Premiere and After Effects. And DaVinci Resolve inside have the same two software. So, but the second one, it's not free. So you can use DaVinci Resolve, but not the second one. But anyway, for students, for you, to buy a license for the live, it's about 200 or 300 euros. The other software are very expensive, you know. For the Adobe Suite, you have to pay each year about, maybe for the students, it's 400 euros, more or less. For Final Cut, it's about 300 euros. But DaVinci, it's for life. This, you pay one time if you want to get professional, if you want to go deeper into the video editing. But anyway, the version that you will download, it's perfect for you and also for me to do our project there. So if you want, you can also, I have Instagram, and I'll show you before. It was, I don't know where it is. In my Instagram, I want to see there. Oh, it's the same. Okay, let's try to see again. Also, for a direct communication with me, you can also communicate via Instagram, but fundamentally, I put here not my real work. There are many, many examples in terms of visual research, you see? And I always put material there, but it doesn't give me all the list. But it's really, it goes back since 20 or 30 years. So you can see also the really old work. And it can be as a technica, inspirational. I don't know, maybe you can find something interesting that can drive you, or you can, you love the style and you can ask me, I would like to go in this direction, and I tell you the software that you can use, and I drive you to a kind of similar smell in terms of result. But some question for us, some other question?
I think, yeah, please.
So I got confused a little bit. Can you do animation or do you have to put in a live?
You mean if you have to do animation or live shooting, you can mix anything you want. You can do only shooting, live shooting, and you can only do animation. Really?
There's a frame. The frame is the performing art.
Yeah.
So, for instance, the video he showed you before, the student was awesome, you know, but it's not, in this case, it doesn't work because it's not really focused on the performing arts, okay? The frame must be performing arts. So, or if you choose to document it in a live performance, you perform and someone is taking the document.
Yeah, but you can, don't, I tell this, but she's not hearing me. You can do a video the way you want, and you can say that it's under your performance.
Yes.
So you stay sitting there, and you make a projection of an animation.
She must be aware of that. You understand what I mean? You can, you have to create a storytelling of it. You have to demonstrate it somehow. Okay?
Shooting a robot and also animation, not with it.
I can feel.
It's not a problem if you mix animation and shooting in real life.
No. You can mix.
Okay.
Yeah, you can mix the style, the way you want. Also because, of course, when Professor Bertoloni talk about performing art, the intention is video performing art. Because for me, one of the most great artists that do performing art, of course, is Marina Abramovic. But she's not using the video, really. For me, it's not a video artist. So, if you shoot her with an interview and you shoot the work of Marina and you show me, you are make the right work, but she's quite out of our intention. I don't know if I am clear. Okay.
Can we see other examples other than that picture? Can we see some live?
Some live?
Yeah, can we see some shooting?
You mean shooting?
Yes.
You're an actor, a performer? Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
show you
Yeah,
again
yeah.
because I will give you some.
No, she wants to see an example now of other colleagues. Like one did an animation.
I think
Se ne sai anche gli
Yeah.
esempi in questo momento di video di altri studenti?
Yes, but it's really difficult for me to make an access. Let me see. No, tanto se compare qualcosa di... No, sto scherzando. No, perché vedi, allora, Univer, allora.
I think that the next step is to decide when they are going to make the groups.
Yeah,
I mean, next week or when?
I tell you this just after. I'll show you in a very fast way some other video of your colleague.
Is it just a color? Backgrounds. Hairs inside the shells. Do they ever feel claustrophobic? Everlasting sleep or momentary pain?
This was 3 years ago.
Should they stay inside the shell to be protected? Or should they go outside to be admired?
I ran just a little bit, otherwise anyone, it's just a bit longer, but you can assume a kind of style.
Personally, I see art as a journey, as a form of healing that involves the artist, but also the people.
She spoke of her as an artist, the intention, the way she works,
It's a way of meeting the pain.
I'll show you another one.
It's somehow
Sì. I'll show you. Allora, I'll show you that one. Yeah, these two guys.
Well, the main aim of the end project was to understand the relationship and explore the relationship between the viewer and the artwork.
Yeah, to deepen the comprehension behind the purpose of the artist when he made an artwork or a piece of art.
To understand what is the role of the observer.
Yeah, so does he, she, or it plays a role, and it is an active role or a passive role? tu aimes l'art, l'art est tout ce que les autres humains appellent art. C'est une femme, c'est un homme. Aucun d'entre eux. C'est baroque, contemporain, musique. Est-ce que tu aimes l'art? L'art, je veux dire, l'activité créative, expression esthétique. Tu aimes ça? Vous n'êtes pas intéressé par l'art? Les gens aiment l'art. D'autres le détestent. Mais c'est une activité très stimulante et naturelle.
Well, do you want to answer?
Yes, why not? So, well, of course, the relationship I have with art as an artist is completely different. Here, because there is a reason behind me or everything, I have to understand it in its
art is that which is recognized as such. The observer gives his value to the observed, then the observed giving back his time. And this is when the roles are reversed. The observer becomes the observed, and this time becomes an experience. The work of art captures you among a multitude of colors and shapes, and you are
Create sculpture. Nobody knows sculpture. Arte e osservatori si incontrano. L'arte è l'arma più potente per vincere la guerra del pregiudizio.
ogni opera d'arte ha le sue imperfezioni, ma la
I'll show you some other one. 2021 live between this is nice with some special
As people
effects.
living in the 21st century, we wanted to talk about something that has become omnipresent in our lives,
I don't know if
even
you
more
can,
since the beginning of the pandemic.
That's why in Life Between Digital and Reality, we wanted to show the impact that technologies are having on our life and how they are merging the real world with the digital one.
Nowadays, the digitalization of our way of living has took all its meaning by connecting people even with the distance. As architects, we saw the digitalization of our profession in the early 90s, from the drawing table to computer-aided design until today, where parametric modeling can automatically create a new project iteration by just changing at least one parameter. And I am personally convinced that what we are experiencing today is just the beginning of something wider.
Indeed, technologies are continually evolving. New digital elements are created every day. That's why we wanted digitalization to become absorbed.
For you in this video,
See you soon. Good catch.
yeah, say bye.
Digital is everywhere. The world must change. We now live in a numerical environment. Welcome to Life Between Digital and Reality.
Okay, this was another one. I'll show you some blah blah blah. Olga. Yeah, this is nice also.
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful, a miracle. Oh, it was beautiful, magical. And all the birds in the trees would they be singing so happily, oh joyfully, oh playfully, watching me. But then they sent me away to teach me how to be sensible, logical, oh responsible, practical. And then they showed me a world where I could be so dependable, oh clinical, oh intellectual, cynical. There are times when all the world's asleep, the questions run.
This is interesting because it is the relation from when she was a baby and now that she's a girl, you know, and it was interesting. This one, it's more about red and colors, you know. This is another one, interesting.
Mi piace il tempo perché non torna indietro. Silenziosamente scorre. È il suono che sento sulla mia pelle. È l'anima del mio essere. Ma il rumore è anche nelle piccole cose. Mi piace il movimento perché accende lo spirito. E sorprendentemente diventa melodia. Siamo il rumore.
And the interview at the end of each word. And they choose to be quiet. They doesn't say nothing in this video, you know? And all the voices were around. It was an idea. Yes. And this is 2021. This is 2023. I don't remember. Maybe we see one. No, it's not there. Università. Anyway,
You have other questions?
yeah. Other question about the
Yeah, so the groups next week or?
for the group. So I made a plan to suggest you. So if we don't do this, we try to respect the plan. But of course, I'm not very precise on these things, you know. I prefer an acceleration and to start to work practically with you. So I suggest you to make a kind of formation of the groups soon possible. So you say to me, there are 10 groups made by 30 person, I don't know, and then all the name. One very, very important thing for the examination also is that you have to produce, one of you will follow us as rappresentante. So, who wants to do this? That will be the connection between us and all of you, and also your colleagues online. Guys online, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. We hear.
Yeah, if you have question, of course, ask to us anything you want. Anyway, I mean, we have to do the formation of the groups soon possible. And after, we have to try to understand which is the project that you want to develop during the course. You know, if you use this week to do this, next week we can start to work practically. I mean, you can start shooting, you show me the work, and I say, okay, put the light better, or your idea on the costumes must be this, or use something that I can drive you in a very practical way, because I prefer. So the first thing is, who wants to be in relation between me and Professor Bertoloni and all of you? Someone want to? You? Okay, perfect. So you have to do a work, really, and this is very important. You have to take all the name of your colleagues, organized in a PDF, and you can put, I'm sorry, all the photo, the faces, like a photo card tessera, because maybe sometimes the name, it's not for me practical to understand which is the person that I'm speaking to. You know, sometimes I don't know from the name, not from the voice, of course, but sometimes, you know, if I'm speaking with a girl or I'm speaking with a boy, you know, because the name is Kirum. I don't know my...
Sorry for interrupt you. They are asking, can we make group in the same country? Yeah, of course, I think it's easier. Yeah, sure. No? Yeah.
I agree. Non ho capito Paola, ma va bene. Sì.
Chiedevano per fare i gruppi se potevano fare...
Ah, certo. So, you can do this PDF with the face, the name, and also maybe some info about, you know, the skills about you know, which software maybe he uses, and also which is the direction that he would like to go. Maybe, you know, shooting some live action or animation or as a performer, just a kind of description. So me and Professor Bertoloni have anything in our hand also till the examination. So, yeah, you know, where you came from and what you would like to do. This as a kind of acknowledgement in your personality, because it's very important that I understand what do you like to be connected with you. Otherwise, we can go in different directions. Because I try always to go in your direction. So I don't want you to come somewhere, you know, that you don't. I like to leave you with freedom in a creative way. So I like to follow you. And also, it's very important after that while we start to do the creation of the groups, these names separated becomes the groups. Or maybe they do the groups soon, so you give me the same PDF with the groups and the name and anything organized. And then the problems, you can get connected more straightly with me and Professor Bertoloni, because I'll give you my personal number. We get connection in WhatsApp And also, it's important that you do a WhatsApp group with all of us. So any communication can be personal, it can be general with all of you, with both of us also. Yeah.
Can I ask a question, please?
Oh, the online student. Yeah, please.
I wondered if it's possible to work solo and not in a group if I'm still in my country, and I believe it will be more easier for me. I don't know if it's possible.
Yeah, no problem. You want to work alone in a project, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't suggest this because can be more difficult, because there are many things that I don't know your project, but anyway, it is possible. I mean, we can also decide the number of the person inside a group, that can be maybe from 1 to 6 person, if you agree, or 5, just with freedom. Because maybe if you do a complex project, 6 person are right. One take care of something in a specific way, so 6 person, it's more than one. Anyway, some of you knows about music, some music software, can play music. You, which kind of music? You use like Ableton Live? Okay. FL Studio. Great. Just a sec, otherwise I don't understand nothing. It became a confusion. If you want to speak, just please wait your moment, and we are really. So, in our FL Studio, that is a very good software. There is also for the iPad, if you want to try and to test the software, but it can be a good producer. And maybe if you want something very specific, you can ask to your name? Saul. Okay, not all of you, it will help the person that really needs something, because it's a very good software, FL Studio. Yeah.
A message. Someone online is asking if you're going to make a chat on WhatsApp. I don't know. I don't know what to answer for the class. Se fanno una chat comune della classe, se lo vogliono fare.
No, la devono fare.
Per scrivere a te, giusto?
Tutti, anche tu. Cioè, tutte le comunicazioni diventano... I'm sorry.
Vabbè, io non ho capito.
Io non so se tu ci vuoi stare, perché diventa... Perfetto. So, sorry for a moment, something very important. Because when we do a chat online, really it becomes very complicated for us with many technical skills. Maybe it's better that Professor Bertoloni is not inside our chat. So it's me with all of you. Okay?
I hope it's clear also for the online students.
It's clear also for you, but you can take relation with your colleague. Eire? No. Ian.
Can you write it, please?
Yeah.
Because we have so many different countries and
Yeah.
languages,
Ian.
You take it for granted, but it's not.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Okay. Yeah.
Am I right? Take it for granted, but it's not.
Just for know you better, sorry for a moment. Sorry. Aya, scream the name so we know the name, because I would like to know you. Nadine. Amos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin. Italiano. Difficilissimo. Very difficult. Raffaella. Okay. Ma da dove? Portugal, no?
No, Brazil.
Infatti, simile. Because I've been there a few days ago. And, sorry? You? Scream just a little bit. Otherwise, I don't understand it because I can lose.